Hello, and welcome to One Credit Classics episode 9. It had to be, didn't it? From the day I started doing this, from the day that I thought, I wonder if I could record myself beating the Legion of Doom, and this has become a thing, people have been messaging me constantly. Like when I see people kind of out at various shows, or I speak to people about it and they say, oh, you're going to do Double Dragon. It's one of those video games that everybody remembers. It's not hard to see why, really. Came out in 1987, Technos Japan originally designed it, and then Taito got the US and EU distribution. It tells the story of two guys you can see there. The gentleman in the rather fetching, it looks like double denim really, doesn't it, even from here? Even more so on Billy, because he's got like the blue, but Jimmy Lee rocking some red jeans and a red denim waistcoat. I mean, that's legit, isn't it? The bit you see at the start is the gang called the Black Warriors gang, who steal, it's Billy's girlfriend originally, Marion. And it's an interesting thing, if you actually get to the end of this game on 2-player, you actually have to fight each other to get the girl, which is pretty savage really, considering you're supposed to be brothers and you're supposed to be helping each other out. I digress though. Came out on so many systems, and it's probably why a lot of people got so many memories of it, because we see it on the Master System, Genesis, Game Gear, NES, Game Boy, C64, Amiga, Atari ST, PC, ZX Spectrum, and there was a version of it, although it was slightly different, out on the SNES called Super Double Dragon. The thing about this machine is, and what you'll notice with this when we do the recording, you probably notice it now with the sound, it's an incredible production for the technology that they had. Because it's pre-16-bit era, so what they actually had was two 8-bit processors running parallel, and that's why, like you're seeing now, I mean, what have we got, like 6 sprites on screen, and the slowdown's pretty crazy. I have seen people with various versions of MAME actually overclocking it and eliminating all the slowdown, but I don't know, it doesn't feel, I've done that, and it just kind of doesn't feel authentic somehow. The same way that Street Fighter 2, the arcade, slowed down. It just kind of seems to fit somehow, so I won't be doing that. I'll just be playing it as, I was going to say playing it as God intended, but I mean, I'm still emulating it as accurately as possible, I suppose. The music that you can hear, iconic, massively iconic. This machine had a Yamaha sound chip, and it was written by a guy called Kazunaka Yamane. And the thing with this is, it's one of the first games that I can remember having an official soundtrack that was really kind of, I mean, other games had done it before, but it's one of the first ones that I remember having a soundtrack that came out on CD and was quite collectible. I remember a lot of people being quite into this soundtrack, and the first song that you see on the first level, you're not hearing now, it's the intro music, but the first song for this level, there's a guy called Vertex Guy who plays like video game music on electric guitar, and he did a version of the first level, and it's absolutely amazing. But everything about this game, once again, is everything that was great about the arcades. Double Dragon didn't just find its way into arcades. I mean, where I'm from, up in sunny Stoke-on-Trent, up in a town called Hanley, which is kind of the city centre, there was a shopping arcade. It's kind of where TK Maxx is now, and there was two shops up at the top. There was a computer shop, and there was Fancy World, which since became Another World, which since became Forbidden Planet, which there's quite a few of them around. And they had arcade machines, and I remember the computer shop had a Double Dragon machine, and it was the same as all of them. It wasn't an actual machine, it was a Video Wizard box with the Double Dragon game running. But I mean, even then you'd see, and I'd have been what, like 8 or 9, and I remember even older than that. You just remember people flocking around this machine as people got further and further. The better you got at it, the more people tended to come and watch. So it's a game that I've kind of played endlessly over the years, and I love playing it through, and it kind of fits perfectly with what I'm trying to do with this. So what I'm going to try and do, as is the norm around these parts, I'm going to try and beat up a lot of people. There's a few women, which I do feel quite bad about, but then, I mean, as you see there, your girlfriend gets pretty badly kind of body shotted there to start the proceedings off. But I mean, the bit where the women with the whips come out the door and you headbutt them, I mean, I'm not proud of that, but I will be doing quite a lot of that. So I'll be attempting to march into the hideout of the Black Warriors, try not to get like tremendously cheaply killed by all the traps on the last level, and I'll be trying to kill the guy who's called Willy, quite randomly, the dude with the machine gun. If few of the characters on this as well are named after people in Enter the Dragon, like the normal minion guys. There's like one called Roper and one called Williams. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and beat this without dying pretty much. So let's get started, shall we? Because I have got a lot of people to elbow in the face. Time to get started. That magic noise when you put the credit in. Beautiful. So, there's my girlfriend. Gutted. That's a bit harsh. I doubt you needed 4 of her, really. Still. Let's get involved, shall we? Stay in that car. That's legit. So you've got kick. You've got jump. You've got punch. But more importantly, you have got back elbow. Which will become a staple of this clear. And becomes a staple of most people's clears at this point. What you find with a lot of these guys is the AI on the early ones is easy-ish, so you can generally, one, you can scroll them on a bit at a time, which is the best way to do it, because it does slow down, and 2, it's easy to get kind of surrounded. And 2, what you can also do is if you line them up like that, generally, you can get 2 of them with the same, elbow. But with the guys with the white vests on, what you can do is you can stand above them, and then you can throw a kick as they get up and just catch them. But whereas some of the clever guys, you can't get that. So him, for example, I should be able to throw a kick here and get him, clinch him, and then throw him a little bit. And then that's that, you see. Is that woman through here now? Oh, sorry about that. Post-watershed and all that. Savage. Right, that's it, done. Leave the whip, because I never really rate it as a weapon on this. Now, dude comes through the wall, massive guy. But what I want to do first is I want to try and scroll on the kid with the baseball bat. It's like any second now. Although it doesn't look like I've... There you go. So I should be able to take him out. Or at least try to. Because it's an absolute nightmare when you've got them both. So here he goes. Punches a wall through. And walks repeatedly in a backwards elbows. I mean, a criticism of this game's AI, really. But then if you've only got one character, it's going to take the quickest route, isn't it? And the quickest route is by that savage back elbow. Right, so, onward. Past the sleeping cat on the dustbin lid. Guy should turn up, throw a knife. Oh. Yeah, he's got the knife. I might have dropped that off screen, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, got it there. But that's him alright. Yeah, I can just about get that. Right, here's the boss. Nice. Thing with these guys is you've got to give them quite a bit of room. Because if you get up close, one, the punch is really it. But they've got to move like... It's like a big backdrop almost, like they pick you up in like a powerbomb position and then just throw you over their head. I'm sure it'll happen to me at some point in this clear because I have played this quite a bit, but I still do get caught by stuff. So that's him. That's level 1 done. And on to mission 2, the warehouse. Amazing. Still makes me laugh, that word. It shouldn't do. It's just from teaching in welfare work. Now, let's see if I can walk this guy under the dynamite. Yes. Quite simply like that. Oh, another bit of dynamite. There's no point trying to get in with it, though. He's already kind of thrown it. You've got to be careful that you don't walk on it yourself. Got enough sticks of dynamite, this dude, hasn't he? Where? Do you know what I mean? He's got like a dread to think. Right. Up and over here. Another guy should come on. He should jump up. And I should be able to repeatedly... Oh, no, I've thrown him by mistake. Repeatedly just kind of kick him a little bit. There you go. So you should jump... He ducked for a while there before catching an inevitable spammed head kick. Right. I mean, that looked glitchy, didn't it? You'll find with enemies as well that oftentimes... Oh, God. God, he did hit me there, didn't he? Oftentimes, they'll just go straight for the... Do you know what I mean? That looks glitchy as anything. Can I actually go past? Yeah, he is going to jump. Right. So I'm not bothered about the back, because it means you can't elbow, really. Which is, as you can probably tell already, which is the centerpiece of this this clear, is the back elbow. I've seen loads of people do no back elbow clears. There's some crazy ones out there. Somebody sent me a link a couple of days ago to like a headbutt only clear. Yeah, it just looked boring, to be honest. But it's fair play. It's hard work, like. But I mean, yeah, I'm alright. I'm good, Tar. Kind of cut down on running through a warehouse headbutting people. Not since I stopped working for TK Maxx, anyway. Disclaimer, that didn't happen. Right then. Beautiful, sort of. Oh, now. Once again, easy to get surrounded here. I mean, does it get more 80s than that? A woman in basically a cat suit. Brandishing a whip. Oh, I did headbutt her as well, sorry. That's the other thing as well, because the slowdown, sometimes you'll tap forward and it will think you wanted to, you'll do kind of two without realising it, and it'll think you wanted to headbutt, because headbutt's double tap forward, and you just really don't want to. But you do end up just slapping the nut on somebody brutally. Right. Yeah, I don't rate the whip as a weapon. It's too short range, and once again, you can't elbow with it. Noticing a theme here. Here's the boss. Dude in the green waistcoat. He's just like me, basically. He does all the moves that I do. There's a couple of these late on. The thing with the ones that you get late on is they take so much damage. I didn't mean to do that. Clearly. Health and safety at the in the workplace and all that. Oh, no. No, I'm alright. That's the other thing when you get a bit of slowdown. It goes a bit kind of crazy. Oh. Just gotta see. That should be a bit better. If ever there was anybody who willfully walked in a shot, it's this green dude here. Just willfully. I got you this. No. No, you haven't. Still a bit of slowdown now. I wonder why, because there's not many sprites on the screen. Anyhow, that is level 2. The Deadly Warehouse. You get an extra life on 30,000 points, I think. And considering you only start with 2, it's quite a nice, achievable little total. Right, on a mission 3. Now, this mission's really long. Really, really long. There we go. It's probably the longest out of any of them, to be honest. And there's most kind of... It's the bit where you have to walk through the forest, and there's a bit where you find the enemies, like, the AI's a little better, and they just, as I say, just elbowing them all in the face as they just get up. They're just a bit harder to kill, to be honest. Like, you can't do the stand over them and kick trick, because inevitably what they do is they just duck and then do a flying kick, so I mean... But it's that thing of with these. I mean, he'll go straight for the bat, probably, will he? Yeah, there you go. Gotta be careful getting it with a bat, as you might imagine. It really is. The range on it's quite deceptively good as well. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's probably the best. Well, it is the best weapon, to be honest, because like rocks and barrels are notoriously the collision detection. Bless it, on this is notoriously glitchy. So it's really easy to like stand right and line. Because the thing is, you can line people up, because obviously they follow like really obvious linear planes, and you can just kind of lead somebody straight into a shot that should kill him with a rock, and it just doesn't at all. Like with this big oil drum, for example. I mean, she's right in front of me there. Oh, I did get her. I was just expecting that to miss. Nice. Be careful I don't pick up the whip by mistake. Right, I might as well have that barrel again. Is there somebody else through here? Yeah. See, do you know what I mean? But when you see them walk quicker, it's generally because they're walking towards an item. You see, like, try, and you've got to be careful now. There we go. I think it can't bounce. I think it's got to hit him like straight on. Now, there's a lot of guys with knives here. There we go. Brutal. Wow. I didn't expect Jimmy Lee to be so strong in the clinch. Beautiful. See, got a knife there. Oh, nice. High kick headbutt. You'd be happy with that. That should be him done. I'll get this because I think there is. Yeah, there's a guy who comes out here. Bang. See how he ducked that then? Probably still get that knife as well, actually, because I think there's... Is it there? Yeah. I think there's one of the big dudes now, if I remember rightly. Yeah. Let's lure him down here. Gotta be really careful with this guy. Oh, God. Because the problem is, if he does that over the head kind of throw thing, he can throw you straight in that hole and you lose a life straight away, which is unfathomably cheap. Right. This bit. Now here's the thing, right? Most people think you better walk and then jump to do a forward jump, but you don't. If you press jump then forward, you will do a jump, and it's the same distance as the normal jump. So what you can do is try and get as close to the edge of the bridge as you can, which is kind of about here, and then just jump it like that. And then just get off the bridge as quick as you can, basically, so you don't get thingied by that guy. You've just got to give him loads of room. Because the problem with this dude is, like I say, that if he does that over-the-shoulder throw and lobs you in the water, like it's a life off straight away. There we go. That's him done. Another guy comes in now. Yeah, throws a knife. You can watch it as well. As Van Damme as it sounds, you can high kick them out of the air. But the problem is, if that little trick doesn't come off, then you just get hit in the face with a knife and you look like a complete idiot. So, I mean, swings and roundabouts really. Knife that dude. Oh, there you go. See, you nearly got me with that. Brutal. That clinch is horrible. Right. Onwards. What's happening now? But you climb up the ladder. I can't even remember. There's one guy at the bottom of here. Yeah, here he is. Oh, brutal. Still. Shouldn't have nicked my girlfriend. Although he didn't nick my girlfriend, but still. It's guilty by association. I love that. Like, you wouldn't just speak to the bloke himself. It's like, no, I'll take out every one of your friends. Slowly but surely. Methodically in a lot of respects. Oh, I didn't mean to scroll them on. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. That's what you've got to be careful of as well, because you can actually kill yourself with that. See if we can get both of these. See, they're starting to come apart now. You're getting one just on the edge as they're getting up at different times. But he's going to go over there to get the rock, or them two have. Hey up. Oh. Nice here, matching outfits in magenta they've got. They look like an 80s tag team, don't they, those two big ball guys? A couple of hosses. JR's booked these, he's all over them. Alright, that's one down. That's him down. So it's just the warlord left. See, that's the problem as well. Sometimes they glitch, and so you've got to walk in a punching range. Don't always want to with these guys. So, as you can see, Gaia looks pretty much exactly like me. I'll jump down there, go have a word with him. Oh, I tried a back kick. Unfortunately, he's just going to get relentlessly elbowed in the head. Like this. And again. Do you know what I mean? You'd think these people would learn. I suppose it's 1987, they haven't had a chance to watch any tape. Because any tape on me would just contain me back elbowing a punch bag, I'd imagine. There's another one now, yeah. Same. The problem is, right, I'd make out like I'm being forced into doing this. The problem is that all your other moves, they're all really good at evading. So like your normal standover clinch trick doesn't work on them because they'll block the first one and then they'll go in a clinch on you. You'll find that if you throw punches, they'll generally get in close and do a throw on you. I'm forced in a glitch in this game this badly. Right, up to the top. Should be a guy up here, I think, is it? Yeah, I've got to try and not get hit straight away. Oh! There you go, get forward a bit. That's it. Where's this guy getting all this dynamite from? Right, yeah, another one of these. If you can get them so they're getting up at the same time, you can just see, that's the problem now. If you get them so they're getting up at the same time, you can generally get them both, like. These things take so much damage, an absolute nightmare to try and kill. As you can see there, I accidentally did the flying kick by mistake and he stayed ducked. So these are kind of the clever of the lot. Now it's the big green bloke now. Yeah. Unfortunately, big green bloke probably going to get the same fate as most of the others. As he's forced through linear 8-bit programming to follow me in the quickest way possible and relentlessly walk into this back elbow. They massively, as you might imagine, nerfed the back elbow in Double Dragon in Double Dragon 2. As you imagine, really, because it is ridiculously overpowered. Now, here's where it gets. It gets beyond cheap at this point. Because literally what happens is there's traps. You have to walk forward, then walk back. Try not to add butt stuff. Oh. Do you know what I mean? Absolute nonsense. Right, go, go, go. I've lost a life. It's not the end of the world. That was pretty cheap, though, if you're being honest. Right, let's get this there. Let's get Kurt McKinney over here with his muscle top. Bang. Gotta be careful here. There's loads of stuff going on here. That death was so cheap. It's quite funnily cheap, actually. That might set that other dude off, actually. Yeah, he was only standing there. How'd you know he was actually a bad guy? I mean, I know he was going to come out and get involved, but do you know what I mean? He could have just been on health and safety or anything. So, this should do 2. 1, 2, and then I should be able to jump and get through just about. Oh, that's the worst bit. Do you know what? I'll take a death on that other bit. Come on. They didn't start stabbing for him. It's absolute nonsense. Right, come. He's got a knife as well. I forgot about that. Oh, that's the thing. So you haven't got a lot of room to play with here. Because if you walk too far forward, you end up spawning those here. There's 2 of the bosses of the first level. There's 2 of them who come through in a second. So you've got to be dead careful about spawning stuff. State of that death, though. I mean, so. See, that's why you've got to keep moving. Got to try and get them as close together as possible. So you can maybe take them both out with one. Not like that. Oh, this is the toughest bit, I swear. Don't need this. That's one down, sort of. There you go, see if I can get out. But the problem is, if you close the distance, you end up getting thrown. Yeah. It's not what you need. My job is to throw him. How he lands is his business. Headbutt. See, I didn't mean to do that. Just because it slowed down. Garbage. Right, I've still got another life though, so it's not... Nice. See, if you can get them both, you're laughing. There's one down. This might not be as hard now. Right. Music changes now. Because this is the last, or it should do. Might change when I walk forward a bit more. A big booty at me with then. All over that one, eh? Right. Nice. There you go. What'll happen now is a load of those green guys will start turning up. The ninja-y ones who are like the same as me, basically. But the good thing is that I have got a bit of room to play around with here when these two are following me. Intro music's come on because it's like the last boss, basically. See, so there's a monk type guy. There is a really funny way of glitching this that I was somebody sent me a video the other day, and I had a look at it. And basically, because that big ball guy can throw you up over his head, the actual boss starts up on this balcony up at the top right hand side. What you can actually do is, if you can get him to throw you, which you can by like a glitch in positioning, he can throw you up on there, up on top, and you can glitch kill the boss before he actually spawns. It's like the cheapest thing I have ever seen. You'd be well happy to pull it off though. I think he's going to be coming down now because there's only 2. Yes, you can get thrown up there basically. Here he is. Now the thing with this dude is, right, as you might imagine, you physically can't give him any room at all. So everything's got to be done up close. See, I can take a kick from him, that's not a problem. I'll take the odd shot, it's not an issue. But if you give him any room at all, he starts firing that machine gun. And that is a problem. That's quite a big problem. Because that thing absolutely... There you go. Because that thing, as you might imagine, absolutely knackers. So what I've got to do is I've got to try not get hit by these lot. Getting hit by him isn't a massive problem as long as you're not getting shot. There we go. You wouldn't be happy, would you, really? If you're the leader of that gang and those three weren't helping you, like, it's 4-on-1 here. This dude's just getting elbowed in the head, like, repeatedly. All his mates, and that's him done. And that is Double Dragon, 1 credit, as advertised. Because what'll happen here? Bottled it. Flat out bottled it. This dude's not getting away, though. Oh, he did one. Oh. No! Not a glitch finish. Oh, no way. So I'm going to have to beat this again and then show you the actual ending. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I have never had this happen. What I might have to do is play it through again and then just tack the ending on the end. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. I ain't doing that again, especially not with that really, really cheap death. You can't even make this up, can you? Let me just try a few things. No, that's not it. Paused. No, I can't move. Can't put credits in. Nah, it's frozen. Right then, by the magic of television, what I'm going to do is transpose it to a bit with the ending on. Alright. Come on, don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Okay, I think we're alright. I think we're alright. I can't even enjoy this because I'm just waiting for it to crash. There you go. Is there anything more Japanese than a woman with white pants on as well? And heels? His eyes have disappeared. Oh, may you live happily forever. You will have no idea the stresses and strains of that clear. I have cleared that game about 5 times this evening. Literally, I've done about 4 clears and every time it's got to the end and crashed. So what I've done is I've taken the first one, or the one that you've seen, and then cribbed it across. Unbelievable. Right. I feel like I'm having a go now. This is One Credit Classics. I hate this. No, I don't. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Double Dragon's quality. You can't take away from the fact that it's a great slice of video gaming. It's everything that games from that time should be, really. It's just simple, but so much fun. We hit the 50 subscribers, so there is going to be, there's probably a video you've already seen it with a competition on there to win yourself a One Credit Classic mug, which I'm going to get sent out to whoever wins. I think I'm looking at 2 weeks. So what I'll probably do is, on one of the One Credit Classics episodes on the Wednesdays, I'll announce the winner. But Double Dragon, ladies and gentlemen, we all played it, we all enjoyed it. A couple of sequels as well. Double Dragon 2. Double Dragon 2 starts off well harsh. Machine Gun guy turns up and guns your girlfriend down, and then you've got to go take it back. And then Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone, is terrible, absolutely terrible, but well worth playing through. An awful lot of fun, and yeah, kind of one credit clear at 2 halves, really, because I literally I had to beat the thing about 4 times. I was waiting for it. With that thing with the end, with that little flower fell down, I thought, here we go again, glitch. But no, I think we made it. I think we made it all right. There's a load of links in the bottom, as always. Thanks very much for being a part of this. If you've got any requests of stuff you'd like me to play, and be realistic, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that guy, but yeah. Well, do you know what I'm saying? Don't drop in there and go, oh, do you know what I'd really like you to do? Ghosts and Goblins, Flame Clear, no deaths. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to go in a Rocky style isolation training camp for about 8 weeks, and I think my job, my wife, and all of the responsibilities that I've got in this crazy little scenario would kind of get in the way of all that. I am going to do a Ghosts and Goblins one at some point, but it's going to be one of those ones that I can't really put a time limit on, because what I'm going to have to do is kind of get games out of the way, stuff I want to play, get it out of the way, and then spend the rest of the week kind of there's a few Genesis games I'm playing through at the moment that are like really hard, but I'm having a real good time playing them, so I'm looking forward to putting a lot of stuff down. This is just brutal, isn't it? That guy got hit in the face by about 3 different people. Anyhow, this has been emotional. to say the least. The main version of this doesn't glitch anywhere near as much as you've seen on this. I honestly think it's just because of fraps running probably, because I've never had this problem before. But yeah, that sounds dead excuses. Doesn't usually happen to me, love. But thanks very much. Get involved with the Facebook, the Twitter, all that other stuff. Thanks for the time, and I shall see you next week, I'd imagine, on the next One Credit Classics. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.